Now, if you know anything about music, you know that that is Johnny Taylor's Last $2. That is the song. Are you at your last $2? Are you tired of being broke? If you're retired and on Social Security, are you tired of waiting 30 days for that next check to come? Yes, we know what it can be like. So today, I want to share with you how we can make more money in 2025. Yes, more money. And the way we can do that is by saving in other areas. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is a beverage that we love all over the world, and that's coffee. The famous place is called $4, where a cup of coffee can cost anywhere from $4 to $7 a day if you only drink one. Do you know that if you buy a cup of that coffee every day for 30 days, that is $150 a month? You know what you could do with an extra $150 a month? You could buy groceries, you could buy gas, you can save it. That is $1,800 a year just from drinking coffee. I love coffee. I drink it every day. But I buy a bag of coffee, Cameron's. I get their toasted pecan, and they have another one called uh, something grog, which is a flavored coffee with rum. They are delicious. But you can get them anywhere from $6.99 to $8.99 a bag. That's a whole lot better than $150 a month for coffee, even if you have to buy two. Okay? All right. The next thing I want to talk about, ladies, is these, our nails. We love getting our nails done, and they look so beautiful when we go to the salon. But I was spending $110 a month getting my nails done. Why? I got the dip where they put your nails into the powder. And yes, it lasts a long time. There's no chipping, all that good stuff. By the time I would tip, it was $55 a pop, $110 a month. You know what? I didn't even look at this, but let's look real quick. If we do 110 times 12, that's $1,300 a year. If you start doing your own nails and making your own coffee, you have saved about $3,000 a year. Yes, it could be in the bank. It could be in a fund. If you don't trust the fund or the stock markets, cut a slit in the mattress and put it in the mattress. Any way you can to save that money. We need to save our money. We need to think of ways to stop sending money out and bringing money in. The next thing that I am very guilty of, and I have done a whole lot better, is making unnecessary trips to the grocery store. Now, let me give you an example. Let's say you've got some bananas on the counter, and they're getting riper and riper and riper, and you don't want to throw them away. You don't want them to go bad. So you decide, I'm going to make some banana bread. So you go to the cupboard, you're low on flour. Oh, I don't have any baking powder. So I'm going to run to the store and get some flour and some baking powder. But you get in the store and you see 10 other things that you like to buy. Some of them are on sale. So now you've spent $40 trying to save this 99 cents worth of bananas that you didn't want to go bad. I've done it. Stop doing that. It was so funny. My dad used to say, if you don't leave the house, you won't spend any money. And what is so funny about that is he was an avid catalog shopper. he'd get a catalog in the mail and he'd be calling on the phone ordering something. And nowadays, it's even easier. We're shopping online. We're going online and clicking a button. How many stores do you have something in the basket that you haven't bought yet because you want it, because it's on sale? Sale is fantastic, but not buying at all is even better. Try to keep that money in your pocket. All right, now the other thing I try to do, whether it's online or in a store, physical store, is when I go in, I go straight to the clearance rack, whether that's clothes, whether it's health and beauty items, uh, where they keep the beautiful dishes, whatever it is, home goods, I go to the clearance first. Even in the grocery store, we have a section in our grocery store where there's clearance items. I've bought all kinds of things in there. Um, Even meat. I bought a roast the other week that was $13. They had marked it down to 6. I got it. I brought it home. I immediately put it in the freezer. Of course, you want to watch your expiration dates. But there's a good article if you go online. I have the paper upstairs that explains expiration dates to you. Everything that has an expiration date does not mean that that item is not good anymore. And this article explains what it means, what's the difference in an expiration date, how much longer you have past that date, the difference in its best by a particular date. And so look up that article, look up expiration dates, just Google it, and it will tell you exactly how much longer you can keep an item, or if you freeze it, that you can keep it. So, yeah, even in the grocery store, I go to the section where they are clearancing items away. Now, let's talk about this other money. Cell phone. You see my cell phone? It's a little bitty cell phone. I've had this cell phone a good, oh my goodness, I don't, 6 years now, more. I do not buy up-to-date cell phones when they come out. These phones are thousands of dollars. Yeah, it might have a better picture on it. It might have some extra, apps or whatever whatever it can do. I don't even know, because as you see, I still got my old phone. And as a matter of fact, this phone does everything I need it to do. It needs a new case on it right now, but everything I need to do, I do with this phone. As a matter of fact, most of the videos, I would say 99% of them on my channel have been recorded using this phone. I only recently started using my tablet because it had more storage on it. So stop buying the latest gadget. If you can keep from buying the latest gadget, it will do you well. I am not going to, unless this stops working, I am not buying a new phone. No, because it's too expensive. Now, let's talk about the cell phone bills. Um, can you get on a family plan? Do you have a family plan? My mom and my brother were paying $300 each a month for their cell phone. When I found out, I said, "Oh, Mom, wait a minute. You guys can get on the family plan. Do you know how much the bill is?" At that time, it was $25 per person. Now it's 40. But 40 is a whole lot better than 300. So get your family on the family plan. If you're older and retired, can someone put you on the family plan, your son or your daughter, so that you don't have to pay those ridiculous prices, for a cell phone? Get on the family plan. It has worked great for us. Our bill, there are four of us on the plan now because my mother has deceased since. But there are four of us on the plan, and with our phones and our tablets, our bill is $250. And since we're talking about the uh, cell phone, let's talk about the cable, because mine is from the same provider, AT&T. So our cable bill was $225 a month. And one of the reasons we kept the cable was because, of course, the package deal has all the premium channels, and my husband loved to watch sports. Even though he's not really a sports person, he's a billiards and tennis. When Venus and Serena were playing tennis, he was an avid watcher. If Tiger Woods is playing golf, he is on it. The billiard competitions, but guess what? You can get most of that on YouTube, and it's free. But what happened was our cable was acting up. And so we called the company, and they sent a guy out. And he says, you can get streaming for about $80 a month. We were like, what? He says, yeah, and there's tons of channels. And okay. And so we thought, $80 a month. You know, no premium channels, but let me tell you a little secret. We got the streaming, and we thought, okay, if we don't like it, we'll just switch back to the cable. But even the premium channels will let you see some of the movies every now and then, because sometimes they will show the movie and it's free. You watch the whole thing, and then you may decide you want to go back and see it again. Then you have to pay for it. Okay? So you can catch those free movies from premium channels even on the streaming. And so now we pay $80 a month per cable. From $225, that was a big drop. So look into it. It's not that, there are so many channels you can't even watch them all. And then YouTube is on there too. And so you know how many movies are on YouTube? Old movies. And some of those too, it may pop on the streaming and they'll show it free. And then you may go back and want to watch it again, and they're asking you to pay for it. So take the freebies, take advantage of it. Get those bills reduced. Okay, now, those are the things that I wanted to mention today. It's hard to save money when you're on a fixed budget. And I do work. If you go back and watch my video on how I retired and failed at retirement, you'll see that I am working. Even with a smaller income, because it's a part-time job, I try to save. It's not a lot, but I save $25 a week with Affirm. Look it up, Affirm, and they pay a nice percentage of interest on your money. $25 a week, that's an extra $100 a month. It's not a whole lot, but it's something. We even have what they call a holiday savings plan. You can save 5% of your income, and then they pay it out it's around November, close to the end of November, right before the Thanksgiving period. And you don't see it because they're taking it away, but it's nice to have a nice $500 or $600 surprise in your bank during that time for just that little bit of amount of money. So whatever you can do, try and save. Now, right now we are using this gadget in our house, and I'm going to tell you what happened to us. Um, it was discovered that we had a gas leak downstairs on our lower level where our pipes run into the like the water heater in that area, and so the gas company had to turn our gas off in the winter. And this was just recently, and it was cold, like 25, 30 degrees outside. And we were bundling up, and then we thought, oh, wait a minute, we've got a um, electric fireplace downstairs in the den. It's just one of those ones that go on the wall, and but we had never used it. We had turned it on, like it, and it changes colors and all that stuff, but never really had to use it because we was just so used to flicking the gas, the heat on. And so when this happened, I was at work, my husband was here, and then we have an electric fireplace in our bedroom upstairs. And so he picked me up from work and he said, "Babe, I don't know how this is going to work." He said, "But I turned on the fireplace on the lower level, and I turned on the fireplace upstairs." He said, "So I don't know how it's going to be when we go in the house." We opened up the front door, and it was so cozy and warm. And so then the light bulb went off. Okay, wait a minute. Are we unnecessarily using our heat? Now, I know there are people who have fireplaces in their home. I'm not particularly fond of a real fireplace. Um, I don't even like the smell that it is. Like it gets in your hair, and that's me. But not too fond of them. But it made us start thinking, and I said, "Well, you know what, baby? At night we can turn that heat down lower, turn this electric fireplace on." And so we're still experimenting, but we're not turning that heat on like we were. Now, my husband found a gadget online that we are trying it out right now. It's a little bitty 6x9. I don't have the box here, so I can't tell you what the name of it is, but I'm going to come back on and do a video about it. It's a little 6x8 or 6x9. You plug it in the wall, and it blows heat out like you know, like a little portable heater, or well, but it's just this big. It's a little bitty thing. Matter of fact, I can show it to you. Hold on a second. I'm just gonna walk through the house real quick and show you what it looks like. And we have one in the living room, dining room area. We put one on the lower level, and then we have one in our upstairs in our bedroom. But this is what it looks like. I'm just gonna turn the thing around and let you see what it looks like. See the little with the blue light? That's the gadget. Wait a minute. There you go. I'm trying to get this right so you guys can see it. There we go. That plugs in the wall. That's blowing out heat. This room is warm. Okay? Our house is warm with these little gadgets. Um, they've been advertising it online, and there is a video about it. And so when I get the information, I'm going to put it in the link below so you guys can see it. But our house is warm right now, and our heat is off. Now, when I say it's off, it's down so low that it will not kick on unless it gets extremely cold in the house. But I have all my windows open, um, and I'm just in regular clothes, and I'm warm with this little gadget that we're. So we're going to experiment with it and see how it works out. But getting back to the whole point of this video is, guys, we have to start putting ourselves on a budget. Now, if you're not broke and you balling like that, you go right ahead. But for those of us who are trying to save money, if we're on a budget, whatever, these are some tips that I want you to think about today. Coffee, nails, cell phones, unnecessary grocery trips, cable, um, not shopping, the clearance rack. You'd be surprised what you can find on the clearance rack. I mean, why pay $50 for a sweater when that sweater's going to be on the clearance rack for $9.99? Look there first before you go and spend that full amount for your money. So, guys, I am signing off for today. I thank you so much for joining in. If this is your first time visiting me, I am Cheryl, and I am so excited to be here and share these things with you because sometimes we're just not thinking, and we need someone else to kind of help that light bulb to go on in our heads. These are the ways that we have saved, and I hope you can save with some of these ways too. All right, so you have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.